Hey everybody. Hi, my name is Kelly and I wanted to pop on because I was been receiving some very strong messages from the angel Raphael that I wanted to share with all of you. We are approaching the summer solstice. It's coming up in a couple weeks. And as we approach it, we're going to be moving through this very powerful sun gate. And as we do so, we're opening up into realms that we haven't touched or explored or aligned with before. And they're very intense and they're very powerful. But they're also explosive. They're very highly charged energetic frequencies. And so we are beginning to feel the effects of those frequencies as those stargates are beginning to open, and a lot of explosive vibrational energy is coming onto the planet. And what do I mean by that? This is very powerful creational energy. And when it comes in, it's going to touch and go into places, in hidden places, in dark places, in places that haven't been seen, where the light hasn't hit it before, that haven't been revealed. And it's going to touch the hearts of many. And as it begins to do that, what's occurring is where we have lost sight of compassion, of our humanity, of our sense of love for each other, our sense of recognition to see the divine in everyone, to have understanding, to come with an open, loving, and compassionate heart. When we forget that part of ourselves, our own humanity, and we act from a place of power or hierarchy or ego or need to control, we're going to be met, whether it's in our personal life or in the global play that's playing out right now on the planet. We're going to be met with a lot of resistance because that top down energy is just no longer working and serving the collective, and we're moving away from it. We're moving away from this way of this hierarchy positional vibration into a much more collaborative communicative one. And so when those two energies butt up against each other, it becomes boom, like fireworks, very explosive. It's a very, summer solstice energy is, the element is the fire, it's the sun, it's intense and it can be explosive. Because of that, we might start to feel, volcanic activity, earthquake activity, riots, the people rising up. Yeah, obviously there's plenty of wars right now, but simultaneously, the other energy of that is this incredibly beautiful quantum creative energy, because this is where the plasmic codes come in and they hit our nervous system and they awaken this creational frequency, and we move into what's called quantum creation. So this energy is going to be working in different ways. And the reason that I've popped on live right now in this moment is to support all of you in bringing your energy and your attention to how to I harness this very explosive, powerful, energetic vibration for the good. And how can I use this energy to step literally into quantum creation through my energetic field, my thoughts, my vibration, the love that I carry in my heart, and my capacity to give birth to new realities, to new worlds? Because literally stargates are opening, and our star brothers and sisters, as crazy as that may sound, are contacting us. Their vibration is coming in stronger. Yeah, we're feeling the outer rings of their frequencies touching our energetic body. And as it's doing this, it's stirring and awakening up as something inside of us that's inviting us to come back home to the remembering of who we are, these loving, kind, compassionate beings that begin to see the light and the humanity and the love in one another. And so I don't know why it's bringing so much emotion and almost tears to my eyes, but it feels like we're on the edge, on the precipice of a quantum leap in our consciousness where yes, much of this light coming in is going to reveal darkness in places that we haven't wanted to see within ourselves and within the collective, but it's also going to widen our lens for the possibility of really giving birth, like stars being born of new realms and new realities. So I'm going to channel really quick right now for you guys. And the reason I've chosen to come on and to do this is because the angel Raphael asked me to, and I'm not really sure what's going to come through or or what it's about, but it feels it's to support the energy that has the potential to become explosive, to move from to utilize that energy for creation and for something really good and something beautiful. All right, so I'm just going to take a moment and oh, I have the ringing in my ears too. In fact, I'm having it right now. But I know that that spirit connecting and communicating with all of us and new frequencies coming in that we're assimilating into our energetic body. So, all right, here we go. Hello, 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 hello. We are very delighted to be here and to attune to all of you in this way, and had nudged Kelly a bit to come on here so that we could connect to all of you as an audience, knowing that if you are attuning and aligning with this frequency, it was supporting you in this moment to bring your energetic field and frequency to a higher octave so that you may turn away perhaps from some of the other information and news and energies that are coming in that can be a bit disruptive to your energetic field, as we are opening up portals within your heart system to expand them into the creational frequency of love. With that, we are inviting you to close your eyes and come into the presence of the here and now. In doing so, you may place your hand on your heart, attuning to the energetic field of your own being, coming into the presence of this here and now moment, coming aware of awareness itself. There is a vibration that is sweeping across your planet at this time, activating and opening spaces and touching places inside your being that you have not felt ever before. And for some of you, when this happens, there creates a sense of deep vulnerability and not wanting to attune to this vibration, and a resistance can come in. For others, it stirs and opens up things that you couldn't see before as light is shed upon things in which you have hidden or been in denial that you cannot deny any longer. And in doing so, it is creating and forcing change. This is also happening on a global level when many of you have kept your voice silent about many things and no longer can, for you have wanted to keep the peace in which you have repressed that in which you knew to be true in order for others to accept you. And yet, the shifts of this frequency are beginning to change and to open as they are asking for a rising up inside of you to speak and to express at the deepest, most authentic core of your energetic being, and the truth and the alignment and the essence of your soul, that you may attune to the remembering that every single one and every being on this planet is a divine being of light. Perhaps they have experienced things and moved through time and space within their human experience, cloaked in darkness and in the forgetting of who they are. But at the core of their essence is a divine spark. And when you, opening your own heart, can begin to find that spark and bring your energy and attention to that vibration with compassion within your own being of that in which you deem to be the negative or to be the enemy. Opening your heart to perhaps exactly in this moment the opposite of what you think you should be opening your hearts to, a rippling effect of unification and light begins to move across your globe as the threads start to be reunited, and a repairing of your energetic body as a collective whole comes back into union. And so I come today as the Archangel Raphael to soften the edges that perhaps feel a bit ragged or worn out or tired or exhausted by your human experience, to remind you that you are loved and that I see you, and that healing within your physical body is absolutely and completely possible as you step into the vibrational field of remembering and miracles moving into the divinity of who you are, knowing the potentiality for instant shifts, creation, manifestation, and healing within your own essence, awakening to your true nature. And as you attune to that frequency and that remembering and begin to come into a state of balance, allowing those harder edges to soften and to feel the frequency of the empathy, of compassion and love radiating from my heart into yours. I ask you to notice wherever in your human experience, in relationship to any of those near around you in which you love deeply, perhaps where you have been judging, where you can come back into a state of balance and a recognition of the mirrored reflection of that in which you judge becomes amplified within your own energetic field. And to notice perhaps those in which you can bring love, understanding, and a new depth of recognition to the acts in which they may be partaking in any given moment in time, that you are not necessarily resisting that, but loving them. So I ask you today, in this now moment, in order to settle this energetic, eruptive, and explosive energy that we can see from the stars around your planet that is lighting up at a rapid pace, in order for it to begin to settle itself and for it to begin to move into a state of equilibrium, to open up your hearts to the places and to the potential of that in which you can bring love to, that is the most difficult and darkest places for you to do so. Perhaps that is a country in which you have great hatred toward. Perhaps that is a citizen or a group of individuals or people that you are feeling hatred toward. Perhaps it is a leader of a country, a state, or a place in which you are feeling great hatred toward. And I ask you to soften your heart to this. And you may say, but perhaps that is the opposite of what I should be doing, for I should be standing up for those who are the opposite of that in which I am hating. And I am asking you to step over the threshold of this polarized vibration into the hearts of the enemy and to love that enemy. To open up a space to find deep within them the spark of their own divinity, perhaps the pain in which they feel, or the hurt, or the reason in which they are here, and what it is they are doing, for perhaps beneath the surface of it, although cannot be seen from your perspective, is done for the collective whole, to bring an opening of compassion within the hearts of many around your globe. So take a nice deep breath in this moment and notice within yourself, where are you judging? Where are you hating? Where are you criticizing? Where are you hurting within your own being? and who is near and close to you and dear to your heart, in which you have done this as well, and who on the larger stage that seems perhaps far and removed from your own personal life, but can be deemed as the evil one or the one that has created whatever may be occurring. Can you look into the mirror and see an aspect of you and them, a unified field, and remembering that the spark of their own divinity originated from the same star, the same light, the same source of love in which you have come from? And if you can find that spark deep, even hidden beneath the surface, and open your heart for compassion, especially for the one in which in this moment perhaps you cannot find a glimpse of compassion, it is through that energy that you step through and over a threshold into a divine light of creation itself, birthing new realms and worlds within a unified field of love. And so I come asking you to do perhaps what many might perceive or feel within their own being, the unthinkable, which is to love the enemy that resides within you, the enemy that is projected in the holographic field of your experience of something in which you throw the mud against, to be the energy in which can be that, in which you can put all vibrations in which you do not want to see within the own mirror of your reflection upon. And in doing so, as you all begin to open your heart to this frequency of union and love again, with compassion from a place of service in which you give to those perhaps who are appearing within your experience as less fortunate, with an open heart of understanding, as you put your hand out to feed those, to care for those, to love those in need, that you are reminding of your own true essence, a place in which you kneel and bow and love to all, in the remembering that they too, as you, are the same within the deepest essence of their core. And it is that core that is awakening now inside all of you, as you are returning home to this remembering the birth of creation itself. And as the birth of this creation opens and awakens inside of you, you step into a realm of masterhood. You become the avatar, the Christ-like frequency of love and light, in which quantum and instantaneous creation and miraculous healing occurs, because the state of your frequency is emanating a light of unconditional love deep within its most authentic core, attuned to the vibration of unity. And so go this evening and tonight, and in your communications and discussions and scrolling on your phone and through your feeds and judgment of that in which is against that in which you perceive to be true, may you find compassion within your heart. May you bow to the divine and find it in the deepest and darkest recesses of your own humanity with love. And so it is. Many blessings and good day. Ow, ow. All right. Just wanted to pop in and share the Archangel Raphael's message of love and compassion to all of you in this moment, reminding us to keep our hearts open and to utilize this very expansive, eruptive, and explosive energy for quantum creation for ourselves and all of those around us with the most compassionate heart possible. I send to you all of my love and all of my light. I'm deeply excited to pass through this beautiful energetic gateway through the summer solstice, connecting with the greatest star that we know that gives us life force energy, our own sun. It will happen, of course, on the 1st of June at 11:11 a.m. New York time, as we move through it, riding our galactic white horse together into the light of quantum creation. If you guys want to join us, I'd love to have you there. In the meantime, I ask you to tune into what it is you want to create, what vision you're going to hold, who it is that you are, what is your essence, who's your core. Drop into the most deep and authentic aspect of self and remember that you are divine and beautiful and lovable, and that together as a collective, holding a higher frequency, a higher standard of integrity, cooperation, love, unity, that we can birth new worlds, new realities. And we can stand together in the most compassionate, nonviolent, loving, authentic way to create change for the better good of all. So, with that, thank you so much. I love you. Take care. Have a beautiful evening. And for those in class, I'll see you in the morning. All right. Bye, guys. Love you.